So your former employee Neil Warnock made his Scottish managerial bow last night. Aberdeen went to Ibrox, lost by 2-1.
Saw that.
And now it's nip and tuck with Rangers and Celtic at the top of the Scottish League. I think Warnock enjoyed it. It sounded that way.
Very good, yeah. Better than upstairs having my meal. I did enjoy that, yeah. It was, like I say, my kind of game, my kind of atmosphere. When you get the ball boy, he's wasting time at the end, last 10 minutes, and you know you're doing well, don't you, really? They must get coached very, very well. Are they coached with the first team? You know, they throw it back when they're losing, and then when they win, they hide the ball under the jumpers. I didn't think you did that at this level, but it was a new one for me, that.
He can't help himself.
That's what you get.
A little swipe.
Yeah.
Is it a fit we never expected to see? Neil Warnock in the Scottish game?
No, I know that he's wanted to go up there. I know that he was interested in going up there. So I'm not surprised that when a decent job in Scottish football comes up, which Aberdeen is a decent job, that he's taken the chance. I know he hasn't taken it for the money, because the money will be nothing in comparison with what he's been used to getting paid down in England.
Yeah.
But I think he fancies the challenge. Aberdeen's got a lot of history. I think Dave Cormack is a very decent and half-sensible owner. So with those fits, and with Neil coming to this time of the year where, you know, he steps in and he fixes other people's problems, I think he'll enjoy it. And what a game to start in. I mean, Rangers could have gone, if Rangers had got 2 clear goals, they'd have gone top of the league.
Yeah.
Now, this is just moments in time, and Celtic will probably take it back today. But it sends out markers. You're back on top. You're top of the league. Rangers are now in the mix, and this new manager, for me, has been a very good appointment. You know, Souness is trying to lay claim for that now, isn't he? When he wanted Lampard.
Yeah, that's right.
That on Monday.
Yeah. Pivot, I think. Yeah. You're right about Philippe Clement. I think Rangers fans have got themselves a guy who could do things with them and with the football club. And as you rightly say, Simon, now it's nip and tuck at the top. Celtic on 58 points, Rangers on 58 points. Celtic going against Hibs tonight. That's right. It is really, really close. And Clement and his arrival there has a lot to do with it. This was him.
I don't think the fans are too busy with that. They just feel that the football is much better, that the team is fighting for everything in a good way, in a good football way, that all the squad is involved to give their best every day for the club. And it's something that players have built, this credit again, that they lost in the beginning of the season. It's back there. So it's important for us to keep on repeating that. And it's important for the fans also to keep on pushing the team through difficult moments, because they will come the next couple of months also.
Do you know, Danny, in a sort of quiet, understated way, he's come in there. The line for me in there was post Michael Beale. Yeah, the football's much better. I mean, he just throws it out there. And I like that. And it is. It is.
Well, I mean, words are always more receptive. Well, the fans will be more receptive to his words because the performances on the pitch are good. You listen more when you win it.
Yeah.
But he has done a really good job. He's settled everything down. He was brought in to make them competitive with Celtic. That's the aim. He's done brilliantly in Europe. They're still in that competition, which is credit to them. Good win out in Spain. And now they're equal points. So it's just whether they can do what they haven't done for quite a long time, which is beat their arch rivals. I think the next one's at Rangers as well.
Yeah.
He's bridged the 7-point gap though, Simon, and all of a sudden they're jousting with Celtic.
It doesn't feel. I mean, look. I mean, words are cheap, and of course, if you back them up with outcomes, then ultimately people subscribe to your words. But when I saw him in the press conference, because obviously we were talking. Yeah, you did. Yeah. When we were talking about the appointment criteria, and Graham was talking about his propensity to have leaned towards Frank Lampard. Yeah, he liked Philippe Clement.
Yes.
When I saw him in the first press conference, I thought, like him. You know, it was quiet, assured. Yeah. Inherent belief, not flamboyant, not over the top, just solid.
Yeah,
and I'm not surprised. I wouldn't have penciled in that it had gone on this 17-game unbeaten run until they come up short against Celtic in that Old Firm game. But I think they've got a good one here, and I think that ultimately the tragedy for Rangers is if he continues to be as successful as he is, then this side of the border will start looking at him as a potential opportunity. But that's early days yet.
He's actually got a good body of work behind him as well.
I know he has. Yes.
You know, this ain't somebody who's walked in.
I know he is.
So it's kind of expected that someone, when you look at his body of work, you think, do you know what? Safe pair of hands.
Well,
but he's done more than a safe pair of hands.
When you put somebody in that's capable of doing what they are brought in to do, and they go about it in an effective way, then you get outcomes, because people overcomplicate this business. People make it into some sort of science and put loads of myths in place and make it more complicated. Whereas guys that can do it just get on with it. Now, we saw Michael Beale in there, and he had a year of it, right? And he wasn't capable of it.
No.
Not at this stage in his career, he wasn't capable of it. This other guy, who hasn't had much difference in terms of personnel, has now turned the proverbial water into a little bit of wine.
Sure, yeah.
Proper management.
Mitch up in Inverness, what part of the world that is. Here we go again. Rangers winning leagues mid-season. Talk to me in May, guys. Celtic will be champions, despite what you and Simon are so desperate for. We're not desperate for anything, are we?
No, not at all.
I don't think we're sounding desperate for anybody to win there.
I want a competitive league, and I want Rangers and Celtic to be at one another.
Of course.
So that this ridiculous standoff of Old Firm games without fans in it can be bridged.
Yeah.
And these two teams can really punch their weight and reinvigorate the Scottish League, bring other teams with them, because they can distribute more European money into the pyramid, and everybody gets benefit from it. So the intrigue is having that, and that's what they've got now. Whether Celtic win it, look, I don't think Brendan Rodgers is at it. I think Brendan Rodgers is an imitation of himself. I think he's quite low-key in his press conferences. His side aren't great, and Rangers could win this league. I think the balance of probability still errs on the side of Celtic.
Yeah.
But they're in a battle now.
We've got a race, a title race.
You've got a title race.
Exactly, Simon.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10. On AM, on DAB, via the TalkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. TalkSPORT.